Hey guys, today I'm going to be reviewing the Tokyo Marui Mark 23. And what I'm going to be diving into is if it's still worth it in its stock form in 2020. Obviously you have competitors like the Novritsch SSX 23 and some other guns, but basically, is this worth buying still, and is it still a good gun? Alright, let's do an overview first. So, it does come with a foam-filled suppressor. You can take this off too, and I can show you the baffles inside. But, yeah, there you go. There you got your foam. There's actually no baffles. It is just a foam tube. But, yeah, so there's your foam-filled suppressor. Now, so on your pistol itself, you have serrations here and here, which is not really needed because this is a non-blowback gun. Here and here as well. Your slide lock acts as a safety. And so does this. Which, this one's kind of hard to do. I think it has to be cocked. Yeah, there you go. So this gun does have two safeties for some reason. You got your very long trigger weld. Your mag release is ambidextrous. It's this little button. It's very easy to hit right there. Your safety on this side is ambidextrous. This is the button that you press to take it down. And yeah, that's about it. Everything on the external of this gun are plastic. So that's something to worry about. But it is Tokyo Marui plastic, which is really good plastic. And then you have some really aggressive serrations here and here, like some stippling. And then you have more like sandpaper texture on the sides. This is just here for looks. I don't know what it would be normally, but yeah, that's there. And then you do have this hole up in the front for the other accessory that comes with it, which we'll get into a little bit later. Let's start out with if you know or don't know about this gun. This is a non-blowback gun, meaning the slide does not actually reciprocate when you are shooting it. The only thing that actually moves is the trigger and the hammer. So you can pull it back like that and cock it with the trigger, and then it'll just be a short little pull. Or you can pull it all the way back, or you can even cock the hammer and then shoot it. So those are your three ways of shooting it. I preferably cock the hammer, and then, you know, for when I'm ready, and then I make sure that I'm ready to go. This is a very light trigger pull, however, it is pretty long. So your finger's not really going to get tired after a bunch. You just have to make sure that you're pulling it back all the way each time. Here is what your slide looks like when it's backwards, which, you know, you just have like your chamber and stuff in there. But yeah, so that's how to use it. Let's get into what I like and don't like about it. The first thing I like about it are the looks. It looks pretty good. And also the sound. The suppressor sound is very nice. The suppressor does work because this is a non-blowback gun. And it is barely audible at 100 feet. You know, add some walls or some trees between you and the enemy, and you won't be heard at 100 feet. The next thing I like about it is the size. It's a very large handgun, which that could be a positive or a negative, but for me, it's almost the size of a Desert Eagle. So it's pretty massive. So yeah. The next things I like about it are the stippling on the grip and the hammer. That's very nice. The quality of the plastic is very nice. The next thing I like about it is the gas consumption. So you get about 3 30-round mags out of it, out of one gas fill. So that's extremely good for a pistol. That's due to it being non-blowback. The next thing I like about it is the magazine capacity. So it does come with a 30-round mag, which is very nice. However, they are pretty wide. The next thing I like about it is the accuracy. At 100 feet, it is pretty damn accurate. and it's accurate enough where I want to HPA tapped M4 adapter and run it as a primary. It's that fun. Alright, let's get into things I don't like about it. First, the sights. The sights are very blocky, and they do not come like this. I painted them, but they're very obstructive. But there is a rail adapter here that puts a rail on top of your gun for you that will allow you to mount red dots and that type of stuff. The next thing I don't like about it is the FPS. The FPS is very low for a pistol, and I'm not too sure, other than getting a tighter bore barrel, on ways to improve the FPS of this gun. I believe there's only really 2 ways to improve the FPS, which is upgrading the barrel to a tighter bore, or to put the HPA adapter in it and turn up your PSI a little bit. This gun is designed to use duster gas though, so I would not recommend turning up your PSI a ton to try to get more FPS out of it, because it will eventually break parts. The next thing I don't like about it are the internals. As far as I'm concerned, the only metal parts on this gun are the barrel and the mag and the suppressor. That's about it. I think everything else in this gun is plastic. Now that for the most part everything's done, I am going to show you the takedown. So, the takedown is as simple as this. You take out the mag, and then you pull your slide back until this little cut right here lines up with this. So you're just gonna pull it to there. Now this slide is sticky because again it's plastic and it's not designed to move. And then from there all you're gonna do is go on this side and push out this pin here. So that's what I'm gonna do. Boom, pin is out. You slide forward while pushing down, and there you go. It only has to slide forward a little bit, as you can see. It slides forward about to there, and then you can lift it off. And now you have access to your hop-up wheel, which is right there. And it does say which direction is more hop. Now, that's another thing I have with this gun that's a problem, is the hop-up wheel, when turned fully up, only hops 0.25s up to around 100 feet, and then they start to drop off. So that's definitely one of the first upgrades I would do to it. So yeah. One last thing before we get into the box. The safeties, all they do is lock up the trigger, so you know you can't. And then that one only works when it's cocked, and then this one when it's not cocked. Okay, so if you order this gun new like I did, I ordered mine Red Wolf Airsoft for $140. It comes in this nice plastic carrying case. And here's what you get in here. First of all, you have a nice soft foam. And then here you have very high quality like packaging foam. And then so you got your suppressor here, your gun, your laser module, a mag, some crappy BBs. Under it you have an unjamming rod and cleaning rod. And then here you have like some owner manuals and that type of stuff, some targets. They are all in Japanese. Also something to note, if you order it new, due to import and licensing laws, they have to block out every HK symbol. And on the gun they are melted off. So let me focus my camera here. You can see right there, that should be an HK symbol. And right there. But yeah, other than that, very good case for what you pay for. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to talk about with this gun is this light module. All you have to do is put batteries in here, and that just slides on and off. And then to get it on and off of the gun, it's a screw mechanism, so it just goes on the rail and you screw this. And once it's out, you just slide it off. Not too sure what this does. It might be brightness or something. My lasers do not work very well, but the flashlight works okay. And then here you have your on-off switch. And I will show you what it looks like on the gun in a completely pitch black room in a minute. Something to note, by the way, is the switch for turning the light on and off has one mode where if you switch it to the left, it stays on until you turn it off. And then if you switch it to the right, it just stays on until you let go of the button. And it would be where your middle finger is, you would extend that to flip your switch. Okay, so I'm in my room and this corner's around 10 feet away, and here's the flashlight brightness. So it's not the brightest by any means, and even though there is, I don't know if you can see it, a laser module right there, that laser does not work whatsoever. I'm assuming that's for people's safety, but here's how quick you can spam the flashlight if you're trying to speed soft. But yeah, it works decently, but I wouldn't really recommend using it because it makes your gun so much bigger and a little bit heavier. Something to note is that the gas in pretty much all Tokyo Marui mags does leak when you're filling it, but that's normal, so don't be alarmed. So today I'm going to be shooting from here, 50 feet away. I have a 6-inch Paipan target, and I'm going to be using .25s today. This thing gets around 280 FPS with .25s, so yeah. One thing to note is that the hop only hops the BB straight for around 80 feet before it starts to drop off. So today I'm going to be shooting 2 sighter shots and then 10 actual shots.
Hit. Hit, sorry. Miss. Hit. 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 Miss. Hit. 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 Hit.
Because this pistol is known to be long range and accurate, this is another target at 100 feet away. And I'm going to be shooting 2 sighter shots and then 5 regular shots. Just for reference, that is a 5-foot tall target at 100 feet away.
Go! Miss. Hit. Miss. Hit. Miss. Miss. Hit.
Just to see the sound difference, here are 2 shots with the suppressor. And let me take it off real quick. Here are 2 without. This pistol's accuracy was phenomenal. In its stock form, it hit 8 out of 10 shots at 50 feet and 2 out of 5 shots at 100. One last note, even with this on, the gun is very rear heavy, meaning that this suppressor, even though it may limit you in CQB and you may be hitting it on walls and stuff, the front end from here to the end of the suppressor is extremely light, and it shouldn't really hinder your ability to flick onto people and that type of stuff. Okay, my final thoughts on this gun. It is priced quite high for an all-plastic gun, but it is Tokyo Marui, so you are paying for that quality. It has a lot of upgradability. It is quite competitive, minus the FPS being low, and the fact that sometimes people don't call their hits because they didn't hear where it was coming from or notice that they were getting shot. I believe this gun is better than the Novritsch just because Novritsch is known to have pretty bad product quality. I have not personally owned any Novritsch products, but I know many people who have, and they all say that it's pretty bad. Plus, the Novritsch pistol is more expensive to begin with, and you have to pay extra to even get the suppressor with it. But yeah, this is a very solid airsoft gun for the price that you're paying, which I personally love the feel of it, running around the field. Feel like yeah, just the gun overall is a really nice gun in my opinion. It is still worth it in 2020 even with the SSX out. I do like it over the SSX because it's lighter, because it has a plastic slide instead of a metal slide. And most of the SSX components can be fitted onto this gun with no or little modification. Also, the reliability of this gun and gas consumption are amazing. So yeah, 10 out of 10 would recommend. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace.